To run this fourth annual B R Ambedkar lecture series under the name of Ambedkar, happening every year and with the continuity and with the same affection and love, deserves a second round of applause. So whoever is part of it, let's give it up in the name of Ambedkar and as well as the people who are working to and for the movement. The concept of love marriage. They don't want Dalits to be mixing their blood with your daughters or with your sons, because they know your blood is an impure, filthy blood, full of malice of generations and generations of caste. Dalit is a blood that will have the potential to purify your wretched and tormented souls. It is the sadism that one is not willing to accept the rational humanity of other Dalits, that an inter-caste marriage becomes a moment of a contentious violence and pogroms in an entire district. Today, wherever we aspire or wherever we cast our gaze, one thing that comes out is this society is making sure that Dalits remain inferior in their mind and in their action. If they see a Dalit who is asserting himself, who is calling out his ancestors and believing in his own history, is the most unacceptable Dalit for the society. Whereas a Buddha Brahmin becomes accepted as a revered priest. We have a saying, if you are a failed Brahmin, you can become a revered priest in a big temple. But even if you are a successful Dalit, you will still be a failed Brahmin. The narratives of violence keep on changing. Violence remains the common factor. Every day, 3 Dalit women are raped. Every day, 2 Dalits die. Every week, 5 Dalit houses are burnt. This is the gory statistics that this regime has produced. And any political dispensation has not had the courage to deal with it upfront. The autonomous Dalit voices who want to come and fight on their own are treated and told as the corrupted people of the society. Best example is of course often accused to Mayawati. You talk about Mayawati, the second thing people tell you in response is, oh, a corrupt politician. Not even allowing us to express our full sentiments and emotions about this figure. Even before we own our own kinds, they want you to disown your own kinds. And by doing that, what they do is they create divisions in the forging unity of Dalits. Wherever the caste of Brahmin or Brahminism has gone, they have made sure that the idea of merit and meritocracy retains. And that has happened across the board, and even in these societies, wherever we see, especially in America, where they become the proponents of the filthy logic of meritocracy. When we talk about the issue of caste, caste relies on 2 things, among many other things, but 2 things. One is the concept of purity or pollution. And second is the material. The concept of purity and pollution animates through various cultural agencies. Religion becomes one of the primary factors that tells you how to treat other person. If a religion treats and teaches you to discriminate other religion, this religion is actually deserving to be died for so long. It continues to remain alive. And I think that's the failure of modern civilization, which still continues to tolerate such wretched system operating as a religion in our society. The second, question of land. Land is a central aspect in granting the aggressive status to anybody. The Jats, for example, the Shudras, they were Shudras, lower caste people, had a lower status in the society. After getting an access to a religion that granted them equal access, because of the access and ownership of land, become the next Brahmins of a Sikh society. Similar happens with other Shudra communities of India, go Marathas or any other communities across the board. They become the neo-Brahmins, neo-Kshatriyas and neo-Banyas of our society. The aspirants, they are always in the waiting to be the next. Lack of human dignity is among these people, who don't see themselves as equal citizens but always want to make sure you are superior. Because if you establish your superiority, you make sure someone is lower to you. And if you want someone lower to you, you want a slave. Slavery in proper action, with legal codes authorized by religion. Caste has retained its order across religion. The attacks that we see in Muslims, against Muslims, are against the lower caste Muslims of that society. It is not the elite Muslims who are operating, who have been always on the monarchical or the higher pedestal of society, who are facing the wrath of society. No. It is the poor, converted Dalit or lower caste Muslims who go into Islam to find a refuge. These are the people who are getting attacked. And why are they getting attacked? Because the Brahminical regime wants untouchables under their order. How dare you leave us and went to Islam? That's the beef that is operating. And similar instances we see happening against Christians. When they say there is an attack against Christians, it's a very misnomer, it's a euphemistic at its worst. 80% of Indian Christian are Dalits. So when you say it is an attack against Christians, who are you talking about? You are talking about the Dalit converts who are Christians. But by not mentioning that, you make sure Brahminical order retains. And how do you retain Brahminical order in a civil society regime? You talk about issues like secularism. You talk about issues like communalism. You talk about issues like classism. You talk about issues like regionalism. Yet, you will not talk about issues that is at the center of this operation, which is caste.